Gang of Four is on. KTSA. See, the conversation just keeps right on going.
Wish you'd tell us when we're on and when we're off. We never know.
Well, you know, I figure, this is what I figure. When the commercials come on,
people listening probably keep doing what they're doing, so you guys should too. No problem with that. Doug Vair, Elaine Wolff, and Cathy Meyer on Gang of Four today. We've been talking about commute and the longer commute in San Antonio. Another big issue, we now have the enforcement. We ended the 90-day grace period. We now have the enforcement of the no texting while driving law. The police chief has said we're not going to be hunting for texting drivers. We promise not to be, but if we catch you in the course of other things, you are now going to be ticketed. This is an interesting challenge for cellular carriers. You know, for years they tried to get us to use their product everywhere and to make it easy to use everywhere, and the cell towers are ubiquitous. Remember the old days of I'm not near a tower and I got to pick up a tower? Right. Well, okay, so now we've got the other problem. Now they're trying to figure out how to get you to put down the phone while you're driving. I was reading about technology. This was in the New York Times. T-Mobile has a service, $4.99 a month, that automatically disables the rings and alerts when the phone is in a moving car. So when the phone's in motion. The problem is, what if you're the passenger, or what if you're in a cab, or you're on Elaine Wolff's light rail system? I mean, I don't know, what is the answer to this? Because studies have shown, this is the most compulsive thing about us. We cannot help ourselves when that phone pings,
I've had
right?
to talk to the enablers in my life, right? The people who text you when they know darn well that you were driving to meet them somewhere. Yeah. Right, and they text you like, hey, are you almost here? Or go around parking back. Yeah, and you're right, you're immediately...
Why are we having this meeting if we're going to be talking on the phone?
Yeah, so right, when I get that first texting ticket, I'm totally going to send the bill to whoever it was who made me...
Are you, Elaine, will you admit that when you're driving and you've got the phone, where do you put the phone, like on the console?
I've started putting it in the back seat, actually.
Wow.
Because so that it's away from you. But you know, part of the problem with that T-Mobile
It's more dangerous reaching back there to get it.
So let's go on the wheel completely and crawls back there. Yeah. I mean, is it hard not to?
It's hard. And part of the reason I have a cell phone with me all the time is kiddos, right? In case your kids need you if there's an emergency.
Oh, I
so that's
grew
why I like
up and my mother didn't have a cell phone.
I know,
It turned out just fine.
I know, but everybody wasn't packing a gun back then. I mean,
how many of you have been run off the road or almost in an accident by somebody talking on their cell phone?
So what's the answer, Doug? It's a compulsive
Well,
behavior.
you know, I'm a libertarian and I believe in very small government, but sometimes I kind of think that maybe we should force people not to use their phones when they're driving.
How do you do
that?
that?
The Legislative Budget Board has recommended this, actually, right, as something that should be done, because I think, and partly because it would make money in giving people tickets, but also to improve highway safety. So
but in fact, does it improve safety, or do people keep on doing it anyway? We have that study
They probably
that shows...
will do, but I hate it because, you know, it happens to me at least once a week.
Sure. But
well,
at least once
okay, we're going over old territory. We all know it's a problem. We all agree it's a problem. What's the answer?
Don't answer.
We tell people that, but then when it's us, we think this could be important.
I think you can learn it, because you know we learned to wear our seatbelts, right? And they did it both with campaigns showing that seatbelts made you safer, and also with laws that said you had to wear your seatbelt.
They really scared us into wearing the seatbelts, though, right? Yeah. Remember those films we used to watch in Driver's Ed? Yeah. Prom of Death. How do you do that with cell phones and text messages? You know.
Well, it may be the same type of campaign, but I've about had it. I really have. I mean, it's scary out there.
Do you use your phone when you drive?
I try not to. I really try not to.
And he never texts while he's on horseback.
No, I don't even text that much. I really don't.
Do you drink while on horseback?
You can get arrested for being drunk on a horse.
Is there drinking at that war reenactment thing? Do they have like some moonshine?
No.
Sour mash?
No.
Wouldn't that make it more authentic?
Probably would.
Something. What is in your little
canteen?
Like canteen there?
Water.
Just water. Mm-hmm. That was going to make it more interesting, Doug. You have to say that, right?
You
can tell us off the air.
No, really.
You can't drink on the grounds of the Alamo, can you?
We've never tried, but there's no reason to. I mean, no, there's just no reason to. This is a historical reenactment. I mean, it's a.
Hey, they drank back then.
Yes, they did. And in fact, most of the legislature was drunk when they voted to secede.
Maybe we need to go back to that. Maybe we should go back to that. I like the idea of that. Why not? All right. We're going to talk more about all of these stories that have been making news this week. Obviously, we're solving the problems of the world one at a time here on Gang of Four. You can vote in the JR poll at 599-5555, or go to the Jack Riccardi page at ktsa.com, where the JR poll is powered by Womack Chevrolet. KTSA News Time, 10:55.
I hate to interrupt, but we have
the show to do. All right, this is fascinating. During all of the commercial breaks, Karen, during all the commercial breaks, Doug Vair and Elaine Wolff have been debating the causes of the Civil War.
I've just been drinking.
This is what Gang of Four would sound like in 1861.
That's right.
Yeah, it's an 1861.
Hey, let me just ask you real
Why don't
quick.
you do this? Someday we'll have you come in and we'll do a Civil War Gang of Four,
Great,
where all of the issues will
Would
be
love
from.
to.
Okay.
Let me ask you this:
Ken
did you see?
Slavin, Steve Hilbig, and Doug Vair.
Did you see
They were all there.
that little Ichabod Crane screeching representative Anthony Weiner? Did you see he got married? He married a Middle Eastern woman. Her name is Humma, and now her married name is Humma Weiner.
Oh, come on, Doug. Did you write that down?
No, it's true.
What are you writing, shtick now?
No, it's true. I just
Uncle Bill, email that one
I
out.
like Anthony Weiner.
gosh.
He's not afraid to take on Washington.
I didn't know that he was
Democratic
married. Why?
establishment.
And so what?
because he's one of the ones that has lost his civility once again.
Oh, the civility, the civility. You know what? You talk about the Civil War. Wasn't a senator from Massachusetts physically attacked and caned on the floor of the Congress during the Civil War? Charles Sumner, wasn't he attacked
Yes.
by a Southern? Okay, so tell me this is the worst it's ever been. That American
No, it's
politics
not.
today is at some sort of low. All right, look at what they said about Jefferson when he was president. Look at the stuff they used to
It's
put out about.
always been this way. It's never
Yeah.
been civil.
So it's always been that way. And civility, you know what, the people calling for civility, it seems to me, are always the people who just lost the last election, too. Have you noticed that? Whatever side lost the last election is always the one that says we need more civility in politics. So I'm not buying it. But we're coming back with more Gang of Four after the news on News Talk 550 KTSA.
Who do you think you are? KTSA San Antonio, the news and talk of San Antonio. News Talk 550. KTSA. The news starts now.
Starts now.